AWS Cloud Development Kit or CDK is increasingly becoming the framework of choice for writing infrastructure as code at large Fortune 500 companies, and rightly so. If you are looking to work as an AWS cloud engineer, or you are an application developer who's trying to learn CDK to write infrastructure as code, then this is the course for you. In this course, we're going to start from absolute basics and then build some services in AWS CDK, and then build end-to-end serverless use cases commonly used in the banking and retail industry. Finally, we're going to launch these AWS services using the CI/CD pipeline created with AWS CDK. Before we get into details of what we're going to learn in this course, my name is Rahul Trisal and I work as an AWS Solution Architect, and I'm 6x Cloud certified, including AWS Solution Architect Professional. I am also a Udemy course instructor where I have taught more than 2,000 students with 203 reviews. These are my top selling courses on AWS Lambda, CloudFormation, and AWS Solution Architect Professional. If you get a chance to go through the course, I will highly encourage you to write the feedback, which can really help the course and other learners. So let's quickly go through what we're going to learn as part of this course. So section 1 and 2 are the course introduction and setup. In section 3, we're going to learn some basic structure as code. We're going to look at the relationship between CloudFormation and AWS CDK. Then we are going to learn why we need to use CDK and its benefits, basic concepts related to AWS CDK and project structure. In section 4, we're going to create some basic services such as S3, DynamoDB, Lambda function, IAM role, and CloudWatch using the AWS CDK. In section 5, we're going to look at a common banking serverless use case using API Gateway, AWS Lambda, and S3, where the user is going to invoke the API, which will trigger the Lambda function, and this Lambda function is going to read the data from this JSON object on S3 bucket and return the value to the end user. So we're going to create this entire use case using AWS CDK and then run it. In section 6, we're going to look at a common retail serverless use case too using S3, AWS Lambda, and DynamoDB. A user is going to load the JSON file on S3 bucket, which will trigger an event notification and invoke the Lambda function. This Lambda function is then going to read the contents of this JSON file and load it into the DynamoDB. So we're going to create this entire use case using the AWS CDK. In section 7, we're going to look to create a CI/CD pipeline using AWS CDK and then develop and deploy an app using AWS CDK through this CI/CD pipeline. And then finally in the section 8, we're going to look at some additional AWS CDK concepts. And to reiterate, if you get a chance to review the course, I will highly encourage you to write a feedback. Hope you have a good learning experience. Thank you very much.